Good, I want to say afternoon, evening. It's a weird time this day, isn't it? Anyway, I'm here, and this is Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your ever-loving host, Shorty, and I'm doing a review. I've already done a couple of videos today, and I've had some pretty crappy things happen at the shop, so I'm going to try to be cheerful here while talking about post-apocalyptic America. Take from that what you will about my current mood and how I think of America. Let's have some fun with it. Straight off the bat, this is Post-Americana, another one by Image Comics, 6-issue miniseries, which means if you're going to get it, chances are, if it's going to be really successful, they might carry on doing it, but at the moment, let's just say 6 issues and done. Not a bad situation to be in. At the moment, my comic book pull list is looking a little too heavy. Really should start trimming a few things, because I've picked up a lot of stuff like this thinking, it's only 6 issues. And then before I know it, I'm getting 5 of them a week, and that's just as bad as getting all that many in ongoings. But the question is, I suppose, do I want to get this one? Kind of do. It's hitting a lot of beats that I like. First off, story-wise, we're talking, again, post-apocalyptic America, which almost certainly right now you're thinking Fallout, and that's cool. That's clearly what they're going for, which makes me think of another Fallout-like comic book I read a few years ago, which was one of the best things I read the year it came out, Patience, Conviction, Revenge, which was a 6-issue mini-story of, well, revenge arc of some people in a post-apocalyptic Vegas. It didn't quite go full like Fallout in terms of an absolute lack of ability of the human race to survive. There was, fully functioning cities which function much like normal cities do, rather than like just using sci-fi and post-apocalyptic to highlight inequalities. The inequalities were just there as part of it. Now, one of the reasons I loved it was the artwork was fantastic and the writing was just absolutely whip smart. There was a joke in it which only worked when you read it out loud, and in a comic book that is kind of weird, but I still absolutely loved it. The one thing I'll say about this one, it's not quite as funny as Patience, Conviction, Revenge. It's not to say there isn't humor there. I think when you're dealing with post-apocalyptica and people are eating each other and wearing skin as clothes, you either go the cross route and go really hardcore, make it a challenge for people to read it, or you have fun with it. And that's what Fallout has always done. Like the times that Fallout goes serious are the times when people don't generally like it quite so much. Go back and play the original game and play Wasteland. There's horrible things going on, but there's always an edge of just, well, it could be worse. These people are quite crazy. Let's not worry about it. It's all just a big joke kind of thing. And I think without that, the genre could get absolutely just bogged down, like Cross does, into just, well, if we're going to go that way, the only way to keep going is to keep making it worse. And eventually you get to, I mean, I don't want to use the phrase torture porn quite. It's not quite what I mean, but it's darn close. You occasionally get great writers like Alan Moore or Simon Spurrier who come along and do something really interesting with that concept. But for the most part, you're going down some pretty dark routes and there's not really much hope of survival or redemption. This one does not go that way. Thankfully, it has a lot more fun with it, including the costumes people wear. There's an almost like Mad Maxian kind of feel to it. The technology level is a little bit higher as well, which is kind of nice, rather than playing off the retro thing of Fallout, where the event, the death event, or whatever it's called, happened in a world of technology far more advanced than our own. So when people are scavenging and putting together, even though it's broken, dilapidated, and shoddy, it's still far superior. Even just like personal computer advances are just amazing, and then there's technology weapons which are brilliant. But weirdly, the comic book isn't just about that. It's about what's happening for the people who survived. We have the president of America. Look there, Lantern George standing there, delivering a speech, and oh, look on the next page, massive militarization. Now, there's probably something going on there which is worth talking about in regard to American foreign policy and the like. But we're reviewing comic books, we're not getting into too heavy politics here. But oh, look at all the airplanes that they used to bomb people. Even worse, they're bombing in America. Terrible. And it's a story of people who basically want to escape that for their own reasons and go and trying to stop these people from doing it. Now, there's a whole bunch of reasons why this is going on. Not all of it is explained in issue 1. There's a lot left unsaid, which I think is a great way of doing things. I don't want everything laid out for me. You've got characters with backstory, some of which don't survive until the end of the comic book, which is kind of nice. You have a particularly eventful bad guy whose initials are FF, but I'm afraid I'm not going to tell you exactly what the full name is. You'll find out. He gives, but it's not the kind of thing that I want to say on a podcast which could be viewed by random people. What it also has going for it is some absolutely amazing artwork. I've spoken before about artists that I really like. Steve Scroce is one of them. Scroce or Scroach? It's gross outright. And it's that level of hyper detailed stuff which I really get a kick off. Jeff Darrow was the first one I encountered who did this really effectively, working with Frank Miller. But at the moment, Jason Burrows doing his Warhammer stuff is just the absolute pinnacle of it. This kind of page here, let me pull that around so you get a better view without the lights on it. That's not even the most detailed page, but it's the one that's like a full page panel of the artwork. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. You get some absolutely cracking ultra violence. I'm trying to find my favorite panel. Just put that there so you don't see much else. Yeah, I mean, how cool is that? Isn't that just absolutely rad? And it's brilliant. Like, it's lightning fast as well. There is so much going on in so little time that it's a struggle to keep up with it, and that's good. That is like very vibrant, interesting story, and I can't wait for the next issue. That's it from me. I'm hoping to go home and have a nice, relaxing night, and I'll be back tomorrow with another review. Bye.